Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my fucking YouTube channel. My name is NapesCape, and you guys might know me from the Stoner Talk podcast. I recently released an album called Zero Likes, Zero Plays, Zero Followers, out now on all streaming platforms. And I have another album that's called Refined Napescapian Girly Pop, but the official version can only be found on my Stoner Talk podcast YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out. And today I'm going to be talking about the Thunderbolts and why I think it's one of the gayest movies that Marvel's released this year, right? So the movie opens up with Yelena giving some sort of speech that makes it sound like she's going to kill herself, but in reality she's talking about her dead-end job that she hates, and her job is actually obviously her being an assassin. So then she walks into a building unarmed and by herself, and then she's able to kill 20 guards with rifles and body armor. And then her target has her 30 feet away at gunpoint. But obviously, she's able to disarm him and kill him, right? So then Bucky is at a trial for the impeachment of Val. And then we get one of the fucking gayest scenes of the whole movie.
It's De Fontaine. You forgot the de. Mr. Anderson, for example, is Secretary of Defense, not Secretary of Fence.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. And then the next scene is fucking Yelena visiting Red Guardian because he's like a dad to her. And she's pretty much telling him she doesn't want to work for Val anymore. And he's telling her that she should continue to work for Val. So then Val calls, giving her a job offer, and then Yelena takes it. So the job that Val offered is her to kill Ghost, right? Because Ghost is stealing assets. But when she pulls up, John Walker is there to kill her because she's stealing assets. So then John Walker ends up beating the shit out of Yelena. And then Dishwasher and Ghost join the fight, right? And then Ghost ends up killing Dishwasher. And then no one really cares, to be honest. And then the next scene, Bob shows up, right? And then they have no idea who Bob is, and he has like amnesia or something. So they're all pretty like sketched out about it because they know that he's involved with Valentina somehow. And then for some reason a 2-minute timer goes off, right? Letting them know that the room's gonna like explode or something, right? So like every time you put a gun to someone's head, you wait 4 minutes before you pull the trigger, right? But then either way, they all end up escaping the room, and then Yelena accidentally touches Bob, and then it sends her into the void, and it makes her relive all her like darkest memories. And then after that, we get Val talking to her assistant about how she's trying to kill Yelena, Bob, and John and Ava. And then the driver overhears her conversation, and then it's revealed that the driver is actually the Red Guardian, right? And then now he's worried for them. And then the next scene is the assistant of Val talking to Bucky Barnes, and Barnes is trying to convince her to turn on Val and then turn her into the government. And then we get the elevator scene with John, Bob, Yelena, and Ava climbing up the elevator because they realize none of them can fly. And then we get to see the bottom of their suits. And to be honest, it looks like fucking cheap plastic, dude. I mean, anyways, it doesn't matter. But then we get another scene with like, it's kind of a gay scene with some bad CGI.
Cucumber! Cucumber! Okay, just give me this. I got it.
I don't know why, but the CGI in this movie like just looked kind of wonky to me, you know? But then the next scene, John Walker is helping out Bob, and then he accidentally touches him, and it sends him into the void to relive his darkest memories of him being a horrible father and a horrible husband, and he beats up his wife a little bit. And then in the next scene, as they're about to escape the building, they see a bunch of soldiers and military outside. So then the military come into the building, and then John Walker ends up beating the shit out of a bunch of them. And then Yelena and Bob are trying to get away and look for John. But then more military people come in, right? And we have another gay-ass scene where Yelena, unarmed, has Bob strapped to her chest, 200-pound man, and then somehow she's able to kill 20 armed guards with rifles and body armor, right? But anyways, they meet up with John Walker and then take some of the uniforms of the guards, and they end up escaping, and then they're trying to figure out what to do next, right? But then suddenly, a car with no driver drives up to them, and then it's revealed that it's Ghost. And then as they're driving away, some random military person is telling them to identify themselves, right? And I would react the same way, dude, because imagine you're trying to leave your work and your boss says, hey, hold up, show me who you are, dude. Like, what the hell? No, dude, what the hell? I would react the same way. But anyways, Bob realizes that they're not going to escape, so then he ends up creating a distraction. So he gets his gun, and then he starts shooting in the air, and the soldiers come, and they fucking light this fool up, bro. They shoot him the way that Justin Bieber got shot in fucking, in Zoolander 2, bro. They fucking smoke this fool right here, bro. But anyways, he gets shot, he gets back up, and he ends up flying into the air. And we get some more wonky looking CGI of Bob realizing that he has powers. And then he's too high up, he loses air and crashes down into Earth, destroying the whole military base and then destroying the car that they're in. So the next morning, John, Ava, and Yelena are trying to figure out how to escape when the Red Guardian pulls up in his red van, right? So then as they're driving away, 3 military cars pull up on them. So Red Guardian throws a Molotov cocktail and it ends up doing nothing. And the car continues to shoot, right? So then Bucky Barnes pulls up. He takes out 2 of the 3 military cars. And there's this gay ass scene where he like destroys the winch. And then he grabs it and fucking punches the ground. And then the car is destroyed. And then after that, he shoots a bomb into Red Guardian's limo and destroys it. So then we get Valerie and Bob, right? She's trying to convince him to be the Sentry, and he's not sure. And he ends up sending her into the void, but I don't really care that much. So then we get the Thunderbolts trying to explain to Bucky Barnes what Valentina's up to, but he doesn't believe them until the assistant of Val calls, right? And it's weird because it's like he's trying to figure out what Valentina's up to, and that's his whole thing. But then when they're telling him what's going on and they work for her, he doesn't believe them. But when the assistant calls, now he believes her. Like, what the hell? That shit was weird. And then the Sentry uses his strongest move, which is breaking a glass of water. And now he's the strongest Marvel character in the MCU. So then the Thunderbolts end up breaking into Val's base. And then freaking John Walker just slams this fool's freaking head into the wall. And then Yelena freaking drop kicks him in the chest, right? This one random soldier. And then as they're fighting, Val calls them over the speakers, telling them to stop fighting because she left the door open. She wants them to just come up to the top. So then as they're there, right, what's his name? Bucky Barnes tries to catch Valentina, but she tells him that Bob is the Sentry now, and then she has him on her side. So then Bob comes, and if I'm being 100% honest, this is the best fight scene, literally of the whole MCU, bro. Where fucking Sentry sends Red Guardian flying, and then everybody is on edge, right? So then Ghost, John Walker, and Yelena come, and he fucking sends all 3 of them flying at once. So freaking Bucky starts shooting bullets. They get sent back, and then John saves them. Red Guardian comes up with some sorry-ass knife, dude. And then obviously Sentry's able to stop it. And this scene is badass, bro. Where Red Guardian's trying to stab the Sentry, and a knife breaks on his face. So he freaking launches his ass out the window just to bring him back and slam him into the wall, bro. So then Ghost comes, he sends her flying, and then John Walker comes, right? Bends the shield, fucking sends this fool fucking flying, dude. And then Bucky comes up with some Marvel Capcom bullshit, and he gets sent flying and fucked up. So then Yelena ends up jumping on Bob, right? So he crushes her spine, shatters all her ribs, and then he fucking grabs her and sends her flying, right? And then after that, Ghost comes up one more time. She gets grabbed. And then freaking John Walker's trying to shoot this fool. His gun melts. And then Red Guardian gets sent flying one more time, bro. I'm like, bro, this is the Superman I want to see in fucking DC, bro. But anyways, immediately after this, what's his name? Sentry ends up turning on Val, right? And immediately after that, he ends up getting killed by Val's assistant, right? Where she presses the garage door opener, and then he ends up dying. His heart explodes. And then after that, we get what's her name? Yelena talking to Red Guardian, but I don't care. And then we get the Sentry turning into the Void, right? And then we see the Void just killing a bunch of random people, and he destroys the city. So then the Thunderbolts work together to push a giant rock. Oh my god, the day is saved, right? So then after that, Yelena willingly goes into the Void, and she ends up meeting up with Bob, right? And then she confronts him about what's going on. And after that, the rest of the Thunderbolts show up into the Void after Yelena, right? And then after that, they face the villain of the movie, which is the fucking chicken from Family Guy, right? The main villain of the movie. He ends up beating the shit out of all of them. And then after that, the Thunderbolts, they hug each other really tight and cry into each other's arms. And using the power of friendship, the day is saved, bro. And then the final scene of the movie is Valentina introducing the Thunderbolts as the new Avengers, which I thought they were the Thunderbolts. But that's pretty much it. Okay, so something I always do on this channel is talk about the good and then talk about the bad, right? So I feel like there's a lot of good in this movie, but there's also the same amount, if not more, bad in this movie, right? So, the good things, right? I thought one of the sickest things about this whole movie was the Sentry fight scene, bro. Like, that shit was so badass, bro. Literally, almost like Superman. Almost like Superman just fucking a bunch of people up, dude. That shit was crazy. Now, like, out of the whole Phase 4, Phase 5 bullshit of the MCU, I think that was definitely the best fight scene, bro. Sentry by himself just fucking everybody up. And another part that I liked too about that whole fight scene was at the end. Literally, all of them are on the floor. They get up and they just run out the elevator, bro. And that's literally like so realistic, dude. Cause like imagine you and 5 of your homies are just jumping this one fool and he's just fucking you up, dude. And then he just fucks you up so bad, you guys just run away, bro. Like literally, bro. Like you see your 5 homies getting fucked up with you, bro. You're just gonna get up and run, bro. That shit was sick as fuck. This fucking Sentry fight scene, bro. Another thing I thought was kind of cool was the free-for-all fight scene when it was John Walker, what's her name, Ghost, Yelena, and Taskmaster, right? Even though Taskmaster literally like showed up for 5 seconds and died, it was still a pretty cool fight scene. Like just all of them free-for-all. Like each one of their attacks was like ricocheting and fucking attacking. Like one person would throw a knife and then it would fucking bounce off one person and go towards the other person. So it was pretty cool. It was an interesting little fight scene, right? Another thing about this movie that's good is I thought it was like pretty funny compared to Black in America, Brave New Minority, and Fantastic Four, First Steps. This movie was like the funniest one out of all of them. There's like a lot of scenes that actually had me laughing, right? Like the part where fucking John Walker grabs that fool's head, bro, slams it into the truck. No. First, he fucking hits him with the shield and then grabs the shield and slams his head into the truck. And then he grabs his head and drags it all the way across the truck. And it's like, bro, you think it's over? And as soon as that happens, fucking Yelena comes and fucking donkey kicks this fool into the floor, bro. I felt so bad for that one soldier, bro. And then, like, as they're fighting, what's her name? Valentina's like, hey, chill. Like, dude, like, I fucking left the door open for you guys and you guys fucking came in and fucking destroyed everything, bro. What the hell? So that shit was fucking funny. Another scene I thought was funny was the fucking, that one scene where fucking, another thing I thought was good about this movie was the bonding scenes, right? The bonding scenes where like where they escape the compound and it's just Yelena, John, and Ava, Ghost, right? And then they're just literally like just chilling. They're like, what the fuck do we do next? And then John's like, hey, you guys hungry? And he has like some fucking cactus or some shit they're all just eating. Or the part when he's like, they're talking about the guns. He's like, hey, I have this gun. They're like, oh, nice. What about this gun? Like, oh, yeah, dude. Like, the part where they're bonding, where it's just the 3 of them, that shit, I actually liked it, bro. I actually, like, enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, bro. Like, they have a good chemistry. I'm not even gonna lie. The Thunderbolts. Like all the characters together, they have a really good chemistry, you know. So I think Marvel did something right with these fucking D-list, C-list fucking actors, bro. These fucking adult pretenders. They got that one right. Okay, so now onto the things that I thought were gay about this movie, right? One of the fucking gayest things about this fucking movie is fucking Yelena, bro. She's so fucking annoying, bro. I hate Yelena. I hate Yelena so much, bro. Compared to the original Black Widow, Yelena's a little bit of a fucking chunker, bro. Like, she's a little bit too chunky for my taste, dog. I'm not saying that she's ugly or anything, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not really into her. I don't think she's very attractive. And then that Russian accent she does, bro, she's so fucking annoying. I don't think Yelena is funny at all, bro. And I hate when you're watching a movie, Yelena will be like, "Your feet smell funny." And everyone's laughing, bro. She didn't say nothing funny. It's just the fact that all these people are simping bad for Yelena. Like, bro, these fools laugh at anything she fucking says, bro. But she is not funny at all, bro. I hate Yelena Belova. Marvel keeps trying to make fucking Yelena a thing, bro. Like, please, please, fucking cut, like, chill out with the Yelena stuff, bro. I hate you fucking Yelena. Another thing I thought was fucking gay about this movie was the fucking Red Guardian, bro. I am not a fan of the Red Guardian. Like, in concept, he's cool, a Russian version of Captain America, but like, dude, the damn accent he does. Every scene the Red Guardian's in, bro, he's fucking screaming, bro, top of his lungs, fucking loud as fuck. You know, weak, gets beat up all the time. I'm honestly not a fan of the Red Guardian, bro. Like, the best thing the Red Guardian did the whole movie is when a girl, like, there's a rock about to fall on a little girl, and he protects her, and the rock breaks in half on his head, bro. I was like, damn, that's the best Red Guardian scene of the whole movie, dude. Like, I don't find him funny. I don't find Yelena funny. Like, I am tired of them, bro. I'm tired of them. Another thing I thought was gay about this movie was the Russian accents, bro. Like, I hate the Russian accents that they do because it just sounds so fake. It sounds like two people doing a fake Russian accent, bro. It doesn't sound like two Russians in an English movie, dude. It's literally like like this is Russian accent. Just make voice deeper and talk different. Imagine doing whole video in Russian accent like this. This is not funny. Like, bro, that shit's fucking annoying, bro. Like, that shit's so annoying. Like, fucking Yelena. Bob, no. Don't do it, Bob. You are a good person. Or, that's not even a good one. Like, what was she saying? Bob, stop. Listen to me, Bob. Like, dude. Like, those Russian accents were fucking horrible, bro. I did not like them. The other thing I thought was gay about this movie was the fucking Yelena fight scenes, bro. Like, literally every fight scene Yelena Belova's in, bro, there's fucking there's 20 armed guards, bro, rifles, body armor, and it's Yelena Belova, bro. A fucking 130-pound freaking 5'2" girl, dude. No body armor, no weapons, nothing, bro. She kills all of them, dude. She wins every time, dude. She's the strongest one, bro. She wins, you know? Like, every scene, dude, like the beginning scene, right? Where, like, she walks into that building. She's in the dark. There's like 10 freaking soldiers with guns and body armor. And what do? Hey, let's all wait in line for her to fuck us up, dude. Like, she's coming at, like, all of them are coming at her one at a time. They have rifles. They don't shoot. But then she gets a rifle. She kills all of them. Like, bro, like, dude, that shit did not make any sense, bro. And then the part when she's in the hallway and there's like gas, so it's like she can't really see, but then she has Bob strapped to her stomach, and somehow she's same thing, bro. No guns, no body armor, nothing. And then there's 20 guards, and she has a man strapped to her stomach. And what does she do? She wins, bro. She kills them all. She wins. Or even the part with the what's it called? The part when she has to kill that guy, the target, and he's like a scientist or something. And then he has her at gunpoint. She's literally 30 feet away from him, bro. And she starts walking towards him, bro. At that point, I'm blasting, bro. I'm not letting this bitch take 3 steps, bro. Bro, you already know she's a Black Widow, dude. What the hell are you doing? He literally let her walk all the way up to him. She disarms him and kills him, bro. Like, dick. This girl, Yelena, has fucking plot armor, bro. Bad, dude. Another thing I thought was gay about this movie was the bad CGI, bro. There's a lot of scenes in this movie that I thought looked a little bit wonky, bro. Where, like, sorry guys, I'm a little drunk, I'm a little high. The part when they're in the elevator, and then they're all falling, and Yelena shoots that grappling hook that she has, and grabs Bob by the leg, right? Where, like, this whole time she could have used that grappling hook instead of crawling up the elevator, and then for some reason she chose to crawl up the elevator. But then the part when she grabs his leg, his body just jerks all weird, dude. Or like the part when what's this fool's name? When fucking Sentry, the first time he has his powers, he's up in the air, and then like he just starts freaking. Like the clouds just look so fake, dude. Like when he's flying up, it just looks so dumb. And the part he's like starts freaking out, he passes out, dude. Like it just looked like I thought I was watching fucking Shark Boy and Lava Girl, bro. Like the CGI just looks so weird. Or another part too was when what's this fool's name? When John Walker was same part, the same part when they're in the elevator, right? And then John he's like, oh, I got this, and he jumps as high as he can. Like, dude, that should look like a video game cutscene, bro. That should look weird. The CGI was pretty bad in this movie. And then what's the other one? Oh, okay. Also, too, the part when it's a Sentry fight scene, right? Like the parts, I'm not even gonna lie, it looked kind of weird. Even though it's a sick ass fight scene, like the part when Yelena jumps on Sentry's back and he flies into the ceiling, he should have killed her, bro. And then she like falls down and he grabs her. That part just looks so weird. And also the part too when he has John Walker and Ghost and he throws him. Like it was a cool fight scene, but it just looked a little wonky, dude. Like I didn't really understand it, you know. Another thing I thought that was kind of gay about this movie was the logic, bro. There's a lot of scenes in this movie that didn't really make any sense, and I don't really know why, right? Like the Sentry training scene, bro, where like what's it called? When one scene is like Valentina's telling him, "Hey, you have incredible power. I want you to work for me." He's like, I don't know. And the next scene is him breaking a glass of water, and then all of a sudden the next scene he's Sentry, he's like Superman, he has telekinetic abilities, dude, he's invincible. Like all it took was one glass of water to break, and now he's the strongest Marvel character. Like what the hell's going on here, bro? And there's another part too when what's this whose name, Bucky, when he catches all of them, right? He has John Walker, Red Guardian, Yelena, and Ghost, right? He has them all tied up, and then they're telling him like, "Yo, Valentina's doing the Sentry project. She has this guy named Bob. Like, you gotta listen to us." He's like, yeah, I believe you." Like, bro, the whole reason that he's there is he's trying to catch Valentina's like wrongdoings and figure out what she's up to, so that he can get her impeached, right? And then when people that literally work for Valentina are telling him exactly what Valentina has in store and what she's up to, he doesn't believe them. It's like, bro, they work for her, bro. They're literally telling you what she's doing. What the hell are you doing? And then when that one girl calls, what's her name? Bro, what's her name? Maria? I don't even know where her name is. I gotta look it up. I never mind. But that one, the assistant girl, right? When she calls him, says, "There's a Sentry project and a guy named Bob." He's like, "Sentry project? Bob?" And all of a sudden he starts believing him. Like, bro, they literally work for Valerie. You're trying to figure out what Valerie's up to, and you're ignoring the fools that literally work for Valerie, bro. So that shit was pretty dumb. It didn't make any sense, right? Another thing I thought was gay about this movie was the fucking ending, bro. The fucking the part. This is weird, right? So they have like that sick ass fight scene where it's Sentry against the Thunderbolts, right? Like, and he's literally by himself. He smokes all of them, bro. They can't even do any damage. I think Sentry takes literally no damage that whole fight scene. He beats the shit out of all the Thunderbolts, right? And then immediately after that, he turns on Valerie, right? Where she's literally telling him like, "Oh, hey man, like, oh yeah, you need to calm down." He's like, "Why would I listen to you? I'm a god." She's like, "No, you're not a god." He's like, "What do you mean? You said I'm stronger than the Avengers, and the Avengers have a god. You know, it's like, and then immediately after he turns, bro, Sentry is evil for 10 seconds and he dies, bro. What the hell? Like, and it's stupid too because okay, so this is what I don't understand as well, right? Where he literally beats the shit out of six, a team of six, right? Or well, no, actually, let me count. Wait, it's Ghost, Red Guardian, John, Bucky, and Yelena. Oh, okay, so a team of five. I'm so sorry, and Sentry's the sixth one, but so Sentry is literally up against a team of five people. Three of them are super soldiers, and they do zero damage against him, right? But then the moment that he has freaking Valerie in his hands, he's about to kill her. One red button, he's dead, bro. His heart explodes, his brain blows up or some shit. He's dead. And then after that, right, the scenes where like the whole void scene shit, that shit was pretty stupid. Where like they have to overcome their deepest, darkest secrets and they have to accept themselves for who they are. That's how you defeat the Sentry, right? And the part when they're fighting that fucking giant chicken, right? Like, what the hell was that shit, dude? Like, the villain of this movie was a fucking chicken, dude. And then as they're fighting the chicken, Bob is screaming, I was fucking smoking meth. I was fucking smoking meth, you know? Like, what the hell, dude? Like, what the hell am I watching? And then immediately after they freaking get out of the void or defeat that chicken, what do? They just start hugging each other, bro. Six people just hugging hard as they can and loving and accepting each other. And then boom, the day is saved, dude. The city goes back to normal. All the dead people come back to life, dude. Jesus Christ comes down from heaven. The day is saved, bro. The power of friendship and love, dude. That shit was fucking stupid, dude. That shit was fucking stupid. Another thing I thought was pretty dumb about this movie was all that girl boss shit, right? This movie had a lot of girl boss moments. Literally every scene Yelena Belova was in was literally a girl boss Mary Sue moment, bro. That shit was annoying as hell. It was stupid. It was gay. Like, bro, no one asked for that shit. No one wants to see that shit. Yelena fucking sucks, dude. And then all the parts where it's like same thing as fucking the other movies, right? All the reshoot shit. You can tell, bro, they cut out a lot of shit. Every scene John Walker was in, fucking Yelena and fucking Ghost fucking laughed at him, made fun of him, called him gay, right? Like literally every fucking guy, Bob, they literally treated Bob like a little kid. There's too much girl boss, strong female, right? Girls can do anything guys can do. Too much of that bullshit. It was ridiculous. And another thing I was kind of mentioning, right? The reshoots, right? I feel like there was a lot of cut footage or shit that they changed about the movie, right? Like I'm saying, like there's a lot of moments when they're putting down John Walker, and it's like a stupid ass scene where they're just making fun of him, or they're treating John like he's a retard or some shit, you know? It's like stupid. Or treating Bob, I'm sorry, like he's a retard. And then the next scene would be like, all of a sudden, all three of them are best friends, right? Hey, you look so cool. Wow, your weapons are amazing, you know? Like, what the fuck? So I feel like there's a lot of shit that they change about that movie. Or even the part when they're in the void, right? Like, when they go into the void, we see Elena Belova, and we see her as a kid when she's in the forest. And I forgot what else she does. I don't really care, to be honest. And then after that, she breaks into the room where Bob's at, and she's trying to convince Bob to turn back from Void into the Sentry, right? And Bob's telling her like, "Yo, I literally can't do that. Like, I'm not in control right now." And then the rest of the Thunderbolts break into the Void with them, right? And each one of them makes a little bit of a comment. I forgot how it happens, but then what's this? Bucky's like, "Oh yeah, I have a really great life. Like, my life is super amazing, right?" Kind of like showing that he's probably thinking back to when he was a Winter Soldier, all the people that he killed. What the fuck was wrong with me? Winter Soldier? The Winter Soldier and all the people that he killed, right? And he's like regretting that. And then, was it Red Guardian? Oh yeah, everything amazing or some shit. I forgot what he said. But kind of like hinting that he probably had a flashback about when he was in Russian jail getting butt fucked by 6 guys, dude, or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like this is like the reshoot things, right? And then one thing I thought was kind of gay about this movie was fucking Sentry, bro. The guy who plays Sentry, I literally can't remember what video I was watching, but I remember when the Thunderbolts came out, it wasn't on the streaming apps. Obviously, it's not gonna be on the streaming apps, but there's a lot of websites that I use that pirate movies. So when I was checking them out, Thunderbolts wasn't on any of those websites, right? So then when I looked into it, I went on YouTube and started looking up some reviews of Thunderbolts, and one guy was mentioning that he's like, the guy who plays Sentry, Lewis Pullman, looks like he has fucking dip in his mouth, bro. And I was looking at it, and every scene that I was watching, like, this who has the fucking tightest lips, bro. That shit looks fucking weird. Like, it literally looks like his like lips are just tense to like the fucking like he's doing like a lip workout, bro. He's on a strict lip regimen or some shit, dude. Like, the way his mouth moves and the way he talks and the way he, like, I don't know, his mannerisms of speaking, I really didn't like that. I feel like Sentry had like a weird ass mouth, dude. Or the actor that plays Sentry has like a weird, like, some weird mouth mannerisms. I don't even know how to explain it. It's pretty weird. I don't know. I didn't like that shit. Overall, if I had to rate Thunderbolts compared to if I had to compare Thunderbolts to Fantastic Four and Black in America, I easily think Thunderbolts was the better movie of the three. Thunderbolts is probably the best movie that Marvel released this year, but I feel like there's a lot of shit that was gay about this movie, dude. Like, I feel like there was a lot of stuff that was good about this movie that I liked, but there was more stuff that I disliked that was gay about this movie, right? There's a lot of stuff that I didn't like about it, and that outweighs the good that I did like about it. And if I had to compare Thunderbolts to Superman, I would definitely hands down have to say what the hell? Superman is the better movie of Thunderbolts and Superman, right? So Thunderbolts was the best Marvel movie of 2025, but it's not as good as Superman that was released by DC in 2025, right? So that whole Marvel DC race bullshit, I think DC wins, right? But then the shows they released were fucking gay, dude. Creature Commandos was gay. Peacemaker's gay. What other? I don't even know what other shows they released, but it was probably gay. So yeah, I don't even know. All this superhero comic book fatigue, I think it's real, bro. And I think it's real because Hollywood is literally just releasing whatever the fuck, bro. Like, all these studios are just like, hey, bro, get 10 guys to write a random. Okay, let's get 10 guys who never watched or read any Marvel or DC stuff. Yeah, let's have them make the next blockbuster movie, right? And then let's just have freaking, like, a random ass plot with random ass characters, dude. They just do whatever, dude. You know, just do whatever you want, guys. Don't worry, it's okay. You know, so there's a lot of stuff that I don't like about Marvel and DC, the movies that they're making, the shows that they make. But we'll have to see if any of that improves. I highly doubt it. How much money can they continue to lose before they go bankrupt? We'll have to see, dude. So is it gay, Thunderbolts? Yeah, it's pretty gay, bro. It was a good movie, but there's a lot of shit that was gay about it. So anyways, that's what I thought about the movie. My name is NapesCape once again from Stoner Talk Podcast. Make sure you check that out. I have an album called 0 Likes, 0 Plays, 0 Followers, out now on all streaming platforms. And then I also have an album called Refined Namescape and Girly Pop. The official version can only be found on my Stoner Talk Podcast YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out. And if you made it this far, you're a fucking bitch. Peace out, bitch.